In the heart of the Dolphin Coast lies Ballito, Salt Rock and Sheffield Beach, nestled between the sugarcane fields of KwaZulu Natal's famous green and gold, and is flanked to the east by golden beaches and the warm waters of the Indian Ocean. Hello, and welcome back to our channel. If you haven't done this already, please subscribe and press the bell icon. That way you'll find out every time we bring you a new and exciting travel adventure video. Ballito is a wealthy seaside town that stretches from Zimbali in the south to the Tugela River in the north, in KwaZulu Natal, South Africa, located approximately 40 kilometers north of Durban and 24 kilometers south of KwaDukuza. The waters along this coastline are the playground of the bottlenose dolphins, which frolic in the waters close to shore and are visible all year round, earning it the nickname Dolphin Coast. Whales can also be spotted on their annual migration to Mozambique for the summer, and tourists flock to this specific stretch of the coast to witness these incredible marine creatures in their natural environment. The history behind Ballito goes back to the 1800s, when Shaka assumed the role of King of the Zulus in 1816. During that time, Shaka lived in his royal settlement known as Bulawayo in the heart of Zululand. His focus was on building an incredibly strong and efficient Zulu army, composed of skilled warriors or impis. This successful effort solidified his status as a renowned and mighty warrior. During the early 1800s, the region was predominantly forested, but there were also pockets of open grassland. King Shaka and the Zulu people took advantage of these grassy areas to graze their large herds of cattle. In addition, they developed impressive skills in agriculture, fishing and hunting, effectively using the abundant resources of the land and sea to sustain their way of life. In 1824, European settlers arrived in sailing ships from the Cape and made their way to the region. Henry Francis Finn, Lieutenant Farewell, Captain King, Nathaniel Isaacs, Mr. Hutton, and young John Ross established friendly relationships, and engaged in trade with King Shaka and the Zulu people living in Zululand. The settlers traded beads, cloth, food and trinkets in return for items such as elephant tusk ivory, skins and carvings. They also successfully negotiated the acquisition of land around the bay. As a result, a small settlement called Port Natal was established. The decision was made to honor Cape Governor Durban by naming the new place Durban. It was in 1836 that the first white family established their settlement at the Umvoti River mouth. It was Mr. Willem Landman, accompanied by his wife Maria, who was the daughter of Piet Retief. In 1846, Mr. Edmund Morwood was granted a large farm near Umlali, which he called Compensation, and where he practiced the first commercial sugarcane growing. Morwood had been inspired by a visit to the islands off South Africa's east coast, like Mauritius and Reunion, where he had been introduced to sugarcane growing and the sugar industry. He then had seed cane shipped back to Natal, which he planted. He also built a small mill there, using the masts of a sailing ship wrecked off Compensation Beach, now known as Ballito, which he cut into lengths to form rollers to squeeze out the juice from the cane. In January 1851, he proudly took his first processed sugar to the Durban market for sale, and is thus acclaimed as the pioneer of the Natal sugar industry. The construction of the first churches in the area during the early 1870s was credited to Liege Houlet. Among them were the Kearsney Chapel, the Methodist Church of Stanger, and various other places of worship in Kearsney for the Indian workers on his estates. In December of 1878, King Cetshwayo of the Zulu Kingdom was issued an ultimatum under the iconic ultimatum tree on the riverbank by the British. To meet the ultimatum, the stolen cattle had to be returned, the killing and harassment of white farmers had to cease, and taxes had to be paid. However, the king did not comply with these demands. Consequently, the Anglo-Zulu War of 1879 began in January and ended when he was captured in August of the same year. To ensure their safety, the farming families from that area were transported to Stanger. In 1893, the inaugural school, initially named White's after the Sugar King Hewlett, later became known as the Mission School, catering to students of various racial backgrounds. A small house on the corner of Jackson and Hewlett Streets was the site of this school, which was rented from the Sayedat family of Stanger. Surprisingly, it was located right across from the Methodist Church. The school educated children from different racial backgrounds, but it shut down in 1923 with a student population of 200. Sir Liege Hewlett was instrumental in the planning and implementation of the railway system's expansion, connecting Verulam to Stanger and eventually reaching Zululand. The town of Stanger was reached in 1897. A famous narrow-gauge railway was established by Sir Liege Hewlett, featuring 2 short trains, one for carrying goods and the other for passengers. Providing transportation to his tea factory, these trains ran between Stanger Station and Kearsney. Darnall is where the 2 engines are being maintained. Recognizing the tourism opportunities in the region, a group of entrepreneurs acquired Basil Townsend's sugarcane plantation at Compensation Beach. The town was established in 1954 with a crucial contribution from the Glen Development Corporation investments led by Dr. Edward Rubenstein. However, there is some debate about the town's name origins, with 2 prevailing theories. According to one, the name was inspired by a glossy advertisement featuring Ballito Hosiery, made by Ballito Hosiery Limited in St Albans, England. The other theory suggests that the town was named after an early settler named Ball, who was the owner of a large farm in the area. The town plan, known as Compensation Beach, had already included the zonings for residential buildings, hotels, and a caravan park in Ballitoville by 1964. This area extended from Willard Beach to Clark Bay, Salmon Bay, and Port Zimbali. A captivating advert in the 1954 edition of the Sunday Tribune showcased Ballito Bay's beauty, enticing holidaymakers to consider investing in the charming coastal town. Brochures showcasing captivating marketing pictures were distributed. The slogan, "Buy, Build and Play" at Ballito Bay, the Caribbean of the North Coast, Natal, instantly whisked you away to a tropical paradise, evoking images of palm-fringed beaches and pristine turquoise waters. Today, various suburbs make up the region of Ballito, including Ballito Town, Shaka's Head, Umlali Golf and Country Estates, Port Zimbali and Zimbali Coastal Estate, and it incorporates the neighboring coastal villages of Shaka's Rock, Salt Rock, Umlali, Sheffield Beach and Tinley Manor Beach. Today, various suburbs make up the region of Ballito, including Ballito Town, Shaka's Head, Umlali Golf and Country Estates, Port Zimbali and Zimbali Coastal Estate, and it incorporates the neighboring coastal villages of Shaka's Rock, Salt Rock, Umlali, Sheffield Beach and Tinley Manor Beach. The construction of the N2 highway in the 1990s brought a wave of change to Ballito. Suddenly, the town was seamlessly connected to Durban and other areas of the province, making it more accessible than ever before. As a result, there was a significant increase in both residential and commercial development, marked by the construction of multiple hotels, resorts, and shopping centers. When it comes to holiday destinations, Ballito, Salt Rock and Shaka's Rock are top choices for South Africans and foreign tourists alike, particularly those heading towards Zululand and the renowned battlefields. The Beechwood Mangroves Nature Reserve spans 76 hectares and is home to the biggest mangrove tree forest on the KZN coastline. The gorgeous nature reserve serves as a nature conservation education centre and is a protected nature sanctuary for black, red and white mangrove indigenous to the region. Tucked away in Shaka's Rock, Catfish Beach is a serene and secluded destination favoured by both locals and visitors who are staying in the nearby seaside town of Ballito. If you're looking to escape the crowds at Ballito Beach, this destination is a popular choice. Crocodile Creek is nestled in a picturesque coastal forest, providing breathtaking vistas of the Utongati River floodplain. It is conveniently situated between Ballito and Tongat, serving as a haven for more than 10,000 crocodiles. Additionally, the sanctuary houses a diverse range of orphaned and rescued animals, including Nile, West African dwarf, and slender-snouted crocodiles as well as American alligators. Other animals and reptiles at Crocodile Creek include a range of snakes, tortoises, rabbits, wild monkeys, and banded mongoose. For the past 16 years, the Animal Sanctuary, run by the compassionate individuals at Flag Animal Farm, has successfully rescued and cared for more than 13,500 orphaned, injured or abandoned animals. By supporting the animal farm, we enable them to continue their valuable efforts in rescuing distressed animals. With its title as the best animal farm in KwaZulu Natal, Flag Animal Farm guarantees a delightful day out for the entire family. Moreover, it serves as a refuge for rescued animals, giving them a secure home. The picturesque Zimbali coastal resort boasts miles of untouched beaches that separate the tranquil Indian Ocean from the vibrant coastal vegetation. Experience the beauty of nature at a serene location where birdwatchers can delight in spotting over 200 species of birds, and where indigenous wildlife like the elusive blue duiker and families of bushbuck can be encountered. The resort offers an abundance of amenities, including access to a private championship 5-star golf course where guests can enjoy a game of golf. No matter what you find pleasurable or enjoyable, it is important to recognize the early entrepreneurs who paved the way for us to buy, build and play at Ballito Bay, the Caribbean of the North Coast, Natal. We hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative and entertaining. Please like, subscribe to, and share our videos. Your support means the world to us, and it allows us to continue creating valuable content for you.